What's worse, a bad bake or a bad round of golf? A bad round of golf, I'll still eat a bad bake. Hi, I'm Lily Mae Humphreys and today I'm going to be baking mini egg brownies. What's the coolest thing about playing at Augusta? Seeing all the iconic holes, just playing amen corners, a pretty cool experience and quite overwhelming playing Augusta. I think everyone would say that, whoever's played there.
How come you played at Augusta?
I qualified in the Augusta Women's National event in 2019 and 2021. So I got to play it twice, which is really cool. It was an amazing event. They really look after us and they get to show us around the clubhouse, and we have dinner in the clubhouse with the chairman. If you weren't a golfer, what would you be? I was debating between doing tennis and golf, and tennis or golf isn't really in the family anyway.
Weren't going to be a baker then?
Well, I didn't take up baking when I was that young, to be honest. It'd be more of a side job, I think. What's your most prized possession? I'm pretty protective of my cat. She's like my little baby.
And have you got anything in like golf that's a prized possession?
Like my ball markers, I guess. Kind of superstitious about ones that I have a good week with, and then I'll use them for quite a bit afterwards.
So when you won in Joburg, what ball marker were you using?
My Jemmy Dodger one. I say that I putted the best with that ball marker over most of my life. Yeah, I've had that ball marker for about 6 years. I need to get a new one, to be honest. I also like my yin and yang one. On some of my golf shoes I have yin and yang logo on the sides. I like kind of cool little quirks like that with my golf stuff, try and be a little bit different. Who were your heroes growing up? Annika Sorensson, because she's like one of the best female golfers ever, and I've met her a few times and she's such a nice person and she's a really good role model. And Georgia Hall, was lucky enough to play with her a couple of times in the Aramco series, and again, she's a great role model. How did LET Access help you grow as a golfer? It helped me grow because I got used to being on the road for quite a few weeks at a time, and I got used to kind of the atmosphere of being a professional. It made me feel comfortable as a pro and really enjoyed it, and everyone made me feel so welcome. When did you first start playing golf? When I was 10, and that was when I first joined my first ever golf club. I started at Top Golf. That was the first time I'd ever picked up a golf club. My first coach, who I've had pretty much my whole life, Richard, he taught up there, so I spent most of my time growing up as a golfer at Top Golf. And I went at Easter as well, because they had like targets on the range where if you go through the hole, you won an Easter egg. So that was my first ever time playing golf, was at Easter. What did you do to celebrate your first LET win? I went out for dinner that night with my dad. I got some sushi. Not too much really, because I was going to the next event really straight after, but I got to see my mum when I got home and we celebrated together. That was on Mother's Day as well.
What did your parents make of the win?
They couldn't believe it. I think they were a bit more can't believe it than me. Even 2 weeks later when I got home, my mum just went, "Can you believe it?" Do you have any golfing superstitions? Well, I have a Jemmy Dodger ball marker. I'm kind of the same with our outfits as well a little bit. That if I play well one round, like the week before, and I'll kind of wear it at some point the next week as well, thinking I'll play well. I did that in Joburg. I shot like 7 under the week before at Glendower, and for the last round I kind of wore the same shorts, kind of thinking that was going to bring me some luck, and I guess it kind of did. What's your earliest golfing memory? Playing my first ever like junior medal at my golf club, playing with the boys, and it was like my first time playing with other people, and I was really nervous. I can't really remember how I played, but I just remember being really nervous when I was in the car going.
Played a lot with your brother, did you, growing up?
When I started, he wasn't really playing golf, but He kind of like took me to golf and kind of taught me how to play shots. Like he was the one who taught me how to play a chip and run. He'll come up with me while I'm practicing when I was like 10 and be like, oh, why are you hitting it like so high and that? Just play a little chip and run, like put it just a little bit back in your stance. He got to a decent level as well, so it's quite nice having him. How many messages did you get after winning at Joburg? I got so many for like pretty much the whole of the next week as well. It's nice having that many people support you, but it's quite a lot to get round to that I probably didn't get to answer all of them. How did it feel to win your first LET event? It was pretty overwhelming at the time when you grow up dreaming of winning at that level as a kid, and to actually have it happen, it's so cool and it makes me want to have another one even more than before. If you were on Bake Off, what would be your showstopper? I love baking birthday cakes, so I might try and do like a fancy kind of birthday cake.
It's got to be golf themed, hasn't it?
I'll try and squeeze a few in there, but I love Christmas, so I'll do like Christmas flavour themed ones as well. Who's your best friend on tour and why? Some of my close friends is Alex Swain. We got on really well, we're similar ages and personalities, and we play most practice rounds together. Talia Martin. When I won in Joburg, us three and my dad and Alex's dad, we all went to dinner to celebrate my win together, which was really nice. So they're probably two of my closest friends on tour. Who taught you how to bake? My mum kind of taught me a bit. I mostly just kind of took it up and followed her cookbooks really. The first bit of advice she gave me was make sure you're exact with your ingredients so you can't just wing it, otherwise it'll go very, very wrong. How nervous were you playing the 18th at Joburg? I wasn't too nervous off the tee and second shot. I was still tied for the lead when I last knew on the 15th green, but I birdied 16, parred 17, which I was happy with, and then I just thought par on 18, and I hit my tee shot on the fairway, and then I hit my second shot to about 11 foot for birdie. And I was in the middle of reading my putt. I kind of saw through the TV tower that I had a 2-shot lead. Yeah, I was really nervous on the putt on 18. There we go. Okay, George, know you want one of these.
Yeah.
You have to give it 10.